Twitch streamer Emiru just dropped a bombshell video exposing Twitch, but more importantly, everything about her ex-boyfriend.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me.
To which he did quickly respond to.
I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? But before that, I would like to address everything that was said today.
As right now, if you Google his name, all the top results are the allegations from her. Now there's a lot to unpack here, from her claims, the mountains of evidence, and his responses, but drama aside, I think the real headline is how Twitch in a way assisted in the escape of Emiru's assaulter, as she opened up on the aftermath of the attack.
Someone came into their work who matched the description of the guy, and this person was saying like, oh, I'm traveling to Texas, and I caused quite a stir at a Twitchcon, and this person reached out to my manager, reached out to police, San Diego police, interviewed them. But basically what I'm trying to say is because all this stuff was delayed, this guy was able to get really far away from San Diego, allegedly. For all we know, he lives around where Emmy and her roommates live. I can't help her if I don't know who this person is, and they were refusing to do it. The investigation's still going on, but it's been a huge mess because of all of the delays and refusal to work with the police.
And remember, this is after the CEO essentially blamed Emiru for the attack, even though the CEO finally released this long block of text admitting that they failed the creators, finally apologizing to Emiru. But apparently it was never directly to her.
I was literally in a Discord call with my friends, and they were like, did you see that Twitch apologized to you? And I was like, wait, what? Basically what I'm trying to say is they put out that tweet. I was never apologized to privately. They put that out without consulting me or anything. I didn't know that they were gonna do that, so that was yeah.
As honestly, it seems like they're just tiptoeing around their statements, assuming there's going to be a lawsuit from Emiru, where an apology just makes it easier for her attorneys to establish fault, especially when the CEO says, "We failed by allowing it to happen," or response after, and our CEO apologizes online in a very public forum. That sounds like an open and shut case, but the worst part about it is it took this much to even get an acknowledgement of the attack, as it really seems Twitch simply doesn't care about sexual assault. As after Emiru's assault, these two girls teamed up on this dude, with one holding him down while the other one twerked on him. Now after massive backlash, the girls were banned on Twitch, only for one of the bans to last one day. But now, more people have found other instances of the same girls doing the same thing to the same dude. Now a lot of idiots out there think this is just funny, but as I think Asmongold said it, if this was two prominent male streamers holding down a female streamer's assistant so the other one could grind their private parts on their body for live stream content, they wouldn't just be banned on Twitch forever, they would be in jail. But the Twitch CEO doesn't seem too focused on policing this on his platform, while his priorities lie elsewhere.
The thing we do need to make sure we do, we got to keep attracting younger viewers that, grow up on TikTok, when they're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even though they shouldn't be.
This incident should probably end Dan's career, as even if Twitch shuffles him around to another position within Amazon, I think he's just another lawsuit waiting to happen. But Emiru didn't just end Dan Clancy's career, as she's exposing everybody, especially her ex.
He would throw bottles, plastic bottles with liquid in it, not glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, was like, oh, it's an accident.
As internet sleuths are already digging up footage from 2022, where Emiru quickly alt-tabbed through Windows, briefly showing a close-up shot she took of her eye. And in his response, it sounds like he just admits it.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat.
Now, we're just hearing hearsay from both sides, and I'm obviously going to be biased towards Emiru, as she's a close friend to Asmongold, to whom I'm a huge fan of. But even taking a step back to see this objectively, even if she bruises easily, if you hit her in the eye so hard she thought to take a selfie to possibly use as evidence against you, I'm guessing reality is closer to her story than yours. As evidence is something Emiru brought plenty of, as she showed several instances of him getting angry at her video gameplay, but then showing chat logs of after they had broken up to illustrate how desperate he was to reconnect with her, only to find some of these were likely written by AI. But she wasn't the only one hoarding evidence from the relationship, as apparently he saved video of how she allegedly starved her rabbits and their dirty living conditions. Now, being a bad pet owner is a hot button issue, especially after a certain streamer's possible shock collar, but coming back to complain about a rabbit cage after she went into how he allegedly assaulted her in her home, to which his response was acknowledging the incident and sharing his side of the story, saying he misread the situation. Now, I don't want to play those particular clips, as it's sick. It would probably get me stricken for playing that audio, and it's not my story to share in detail like that. And although I'm no attorney, it seems that she explained a crime, and his very public and voluntary recollection of it sounds like, at least to me, an admission. But this goes far beyond online gossip. This is for the courts to interpret, and with Emiru seeking a restraining order, that's exactly where this is likely heading, as Emiru's also expecting to be sued.
I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit.
And I'll be honest, I know next to nothing about this guy. I even just recently found out about XQC due to his Hassan Dogtober 7th K911 coverage, and apparently he's a top 10 Twitch streamer. So pretty much the only thing I know about Mizkif is these allegations, but even if he successfully sues Emiru, he's never going to fix his public image, as Twitter is flooded with old clips of him smacking a streamer, crashing out at Emiru's moderators to ban anybody criticizing him, with Reddit saying he's made her cry on stream, and even found a clip of him allegedly yelling at his ex. And I can't confirm the context or validity of any of these titles, but what I can say confidently is Mizkif is indeed a piece of shit, as apparently his previous controversy was over his comments on Charlie Kirk's assassination.
He's a right-wing political guy. They find that stuff funny all the time.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Oh my god. What a shot. Holy crap.
Miz, this is...
And that wasn't the only instance.
I think that Charlie Kirk's death was definitely a death, for sure. But yeah, I'm glad he's dead. I'm just kidding. Or am I? No, I'm kidding. Am I? I don't. Well.
And I understand these guys are desperately trying to be edgy, just to generate some controversy in a several-hour-long live stream to be clipped and spread on the internet. But all jokes are derived from some level of truth, and you don't see that assassination video and say, "What a shot," or "You're glad he's dead," unless that's somewhat how you really feel. So this idiot ended his stream saying he's not going anywhere, as he's taken others down with him.
I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go buck wild.
I don't know about you, but this doesn't shout innocence to me. This sounds like, if I'm going down for this, everybody else should too. Which is honestly probably even what his enemies want. Everybody from his inner circle being exposed for being scummy. It's just sad that this took Emiru being attacked on stage and Twitch to try to cover it up for her to finally not give a fuck. And just go after absolutely everybody that's ever done her wrong. So now that she's finally going off, we're all very proud of her, as she's essentially pulling a pin on the grenade and walking away.
I think that's it. I'm probably gonna take some time off. I'm not sure. Like, I genuinely have no idea what the response to this all is gonna be like. I really just wanna, like I said, do my best to move on from this.
And honestly, after all of this, she deserves it. A nice long break from the internet, constantly living your life in a way to please your livestream viewers, and finally just do whatever entertains you with no pressure to make sure it entertains anybody else. As we used to go on the internet to take a break from real life, but now we don't even have time to go outside to take a break from the internet. So if you appreciate alliteration over my concise, sometimes lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, subscribe to Decoy Voice. Then check out my livestream channel, Decaf Decoy. I'm shockingly bad at it, but at least I won't shock any dogs.